Hey, what's up, Jesse? How you doing?
Hey, what up, man? How you doing, George?
Pretty good,
We're on the
pretty
road,
good, bro.
man.
We're on the road, right?
We're on the road, man.
Yo, you know what? We're on the road. And when did you kick it off with the joke real quick?
All right. So, how does the cat like its steak?
How does a cat like its steak?
Yeah, how does the cat like its steak?
I don't know how. That's right. My name is Jorge Casco, George Casco. This is the Mad Discussions podcast. To my left, I have
Jesse Magana.
And to my right, I have
Far Bomb Barnett.
And in the back, we have
Joseph Julian Roombout.
In the front seat, who do we got?
Chris Cortez.
And driving, who do we got up there? Chad. That's right, Chad.
And behind the camera.
And behind the camera, we have Adam Quiros, one of our directors and co-owners of Fly, right? Now, we're on the way right now to go to Burlington, Iowa, right?
Yeah, Burlington, Iowa.
And we're going to be performing at the Memorial Auditorium, right? So we want to just give the fans a little behind the scenes, dude. Like, you know what? This is pretty intense. I don't know if anybody's ever done a podcast in the actual van, right?
Yeah, I don't know.
So one of our first guests that we're going to have here, right, is Jafar Bryant. He's one of our principal dancers, right? So now let's ask him a few questions. Jafar, how has this trip treated you so far?
Oh man, bumpy, kind of cramped. I mean, it's bumpy and cramped, but it's a lot of love for the fact that, you know, all of us are riding together and we're about to go impact some kids towards the end of this trip, so I appreciate it.
Awesome. You know what, Joseph, what are you doing over there? All right, can we get some footage of that? I think you're actually doing some homework on the way, dude. Right?
So,
Yeah. What do you got going on?
So yeah, I knew we were gonna be on this trip for a long time, so I decided to do a little studying of the Japanese language. I'll be leaving there in about 4 months, just to see how things are, and then I might be leaving there permanently in 2 years, just to really get a whole taste of another culture.
Awesome, man. Well, you know, so we got people just sitting there a little bit cramped up, Jesse.
Yeah.
Right. We got Joseph in the front up there. He's actually doing some homework, right? He mentioned, he's actually probably gonna be taking off here in a couple of years. So the cool thing about Fly is that it provides opportunities, you know, for young guys who are in the industry, as far as, you know, in our performing arts world, right? So they can actually, you know, work towards a career. You know what I mean? So how has your trip been so far, bro?
Man, so far so good. I mean, I feel like a pretzel, but it ain't nothing new. You know, it's just part of the job.
Absolutely.
You know, when you're on tour, you know, sometimes you just gotta be, you know, in the van and just try to make yourself as comfortable as can be.
For sure. You know, let's say if anybody's listening to this podcast right now, and if you are listening, our audio listeners, let's say hello to all our people and friends. Round of applause for everybody. All right. We actually got listeners in Hungary. Everybody say wholesome. All right. We also got listeners in Vietnam. We got Poland. We got Spain. Right. We have a lot.
We have Germany.
We have Germany as well. So let's give them a big round of applause. So we can have countless listeners all over the U.S., right? So from east to the west, dude. And it's something for me that I didn't really think that, you know, it was gonna blow up that big. But guess what? You know, so thank you to our audio listeners. And again, forgive us for the audio. It's not too great. It's hard to get some good quality sound when we're traveling, going about, you know, 75, 80 miles down the road, right? Of course, with the legal speed limit.
Right, of course.
Okay. But here's the thing too, like, you know, what are some do's and don'ts when you're actually on the road, Jesse?
All right, so some don'ts. All right, so if you're on the road, right?
Yeah.
Don't forget to pack your snacks. You always gotta pack your snacks.
Okay. Why is that important?
It's important because you never know when there's no gas stations in between or any stores you can stop at. You always want to make sure you have snacks provided just in case.
Okay.
You're on the road, you get hungry sometimes, you know?
Okay, I got a good one. Bring some baby wipes.
Oh, you can never go wrong with baby wipes.
You know what? And because a baby wipe, you know, if it's hot, you know, you can wipe your forehead with it. You know
exactly.
what I mean? Sometimes you gotta make those pit stops. We're just being transparent and honest, right? You gotta keep it clean. You know?
Exactly.
So it's like, you know, we're traveling. It's about maybe 18 or 20 hours, right?
Yeah, about 15 to 18.
15 to 18 hours, right? Including the stops and everything.
Yes,
and then sometimes we stop at these stalls and these restrooms on the road, and, you know, unfortunately they're not as clean. So
yeah, especially with COVID and everything, we gotta wipe down everything, sanitize it.
And we have our little spray too, like disinfectant, the Lysol. Make sure you wash your hands, you know. And as you're traveling the country, we get to meet a lot of different people. So we met some characters along the way,
we've
right?
met plenty of characters.
Does everybody stand out around the top of your head?
Man, to be honest, I forgot what her name was, but I know she memorized the lyrics of Missy Elliott.
Okay, can you go? Do you
remember the name, Adam? Was it Miss Kelly?
Miss Kelly. Well, let's just call her Miss Kelly.
Miss Kelly.
So Miss Kelly. So
yeah,
wait, okay. So tell me about Miss Kelly. How did you meet Miss Kelly?
Oh man, so we were performing at a very small town. I think the population was about like 2,000 to 5,000, I believe.
Yeah.
And when we got there, they wanted us to perform on like some broken concrete. They wanted us to do it on an unleveled floor.
Yeah.
And so we explained to her that we wanted to do it like, you know, the nicer spot. So we ended up moving locations, and the situation was a lot better.
Yeah.
Later on, and that night, we went out to eat, and we were just catching up, trying to like get to know each other better.
Yeah.
She had mentioned that she loved this Missy Elliott song, and like.
Okay, wait. So you guys are just at a restaurant,
Yeah.
right? And then next thing you know, like this lady just comes up to you and starts talking to you.
No, yeah.
Oh, okay.
And then she was like, "Hey, I know this Missy Elliott song." And so like she was like she sung it by memory, and from that point on, I never forgot her. Man.
All right. So shout out Miss Kelly. She rapped the word like verbatim, like
yeah,
this.
word from word. She even stood up, she posed herself, and then she hit every lyric.
Is it worth it? Let me work it. I put my thing now, flip it and reverse it. Is your remember this one yep? Is your remember this one yep?
All right, hey, you know sometimes we bring that out of people, right? They see us like they just want to start rapping.
Exactly, man.
All right, cool. So let's do a Chad out there in the front driving. How you doing, Chad?
I'm sleeping.
Loud. I think he said he's sleepy.
He said he's
right?
sleepy.
Oh, that's not good. We got to pull over then, all right? We got to make sure that he's rested, right? Now, we're going to be checking in with people, and we're going to be checking in with everybody, you know what I mean, as we're going through this, right? So right now, we're reporting live from the back seat, all right? So we got, like, if you're on YouTube, you're actually seeing that we have, like, our backpacks here, right? And we have
our luggage.
We have our luggage here. You know, we got our travel gear and things like that. You know,
We also
pillows.
got some new merch. I don't know if y'all can see right here.
For sure, we got some fly hats right here. You know, we got a little fly hats with the old logo on it and the new logo on there. We have all kinds of different stuff, and we'll be showing during the B-roll at the actual show. You're gonna be able to see all the different color stuff that we got, right? So another tip, right? What's another tip that we could give our listeners if you're thinking that the tour life is glamorous, right? Or you think that you're gonna be in this like, you know, $1 million bus and touring all over the place, you know, you gotta deal with people's attitudes.
Yeah.
You know, everybody gets moody at certain points. There's times where, you know, I'm in the mood, or you're in the mood, or Chris is in the mood, or Chad's in the mood. But guess what? You know, we gotta keep pushing because, you know, we can't stop the show. We gotta get to our destination. We gotta get there safe. And other things too, pull over if you're really sleepy, right? So Chad just mentioned to us that he's tired, so we gotta give him a break now, right? We gotta get somebody else to get on behind the wheel, you know what I mean? Another dudes, right? Like packing, right? It's important, right? I know that, right? If you're watching this, if you're listening to us on our audio, look, man, right now I have like 4 or 5 backpacks to my right. I have backpacks on the floor. There's some pillows, and there's little crevices. We have, even though it seems unorganized, it's actually very, very organized in here, and we know what we have. Our delicate stuff up at the top. We have our podcast equipment at the bottom. This is more sturdy. The cases are more sturdy. So we gotta, like, Chris has like a Tetris thing that he does, right? He puts this here, takes that there, and he knows where everything where he wants to go, and where he wants to put things. You know what I mean? So yeah. So you know, just life on the road right now, right? So like the scenery. Talk about the scenery, right?
So as you can see here, it's a beautiful day. You know, it's a little bit cloudy, but the sun is out.
Yeah, absolutely.
And like I said, skies are, you know, the weather's pretty nice as well too. Actually, I'm not gonna lie, it's a little too cold. But, you know, that's why we came prepared.
Absolutely, right?
You know, we got our jackets, we got our hoodies, we got our beanies, we got our sweaters, we got our long sleeves, we got our thermals.
Yeah, that's one thing too. You got to prepare for the climate, right? Where we're going, it's gonna be pretty cold in the mid 40s. If you're listening to us, we have a lot of people in Gillette and Iowa who do listen to us. So to you guys, it's probably hilarious, but to us, we're from Texas, and it gets cold. You know, at 70 degrees, we're busting out the jackets. You
and
know what I'm saying?
we're passing out the UGG boots, the scarves.
Well, I don't know about. I don't wear no Uggs.
Oh
Maybe
yeah, me neither. Yeah.
Okay. It's all good, my boy.
Yeah.
All right. So what we're gonna do right now is we're gonna sign off. This is just a little behind the scenes to let you guys know you know, that we're thinking about you guys and out there in Podcastville. And, you know, we're just thinking about all our fans and everybody who listens to our podcast. Continue to listen, like and subscribe. And we'll give you some cool behind-the-scenes content. And again, thank you to all our European listeners. Thank you to everybody in Asia as well. Thank you to everybody in North America. We got some people in Canada as well. So thank you guys so much. This is a little behind the scenes. It's a baby podcast for M.A.D discussions. So again, I'm your host, Jorge Casco, George Casco.
Jesse Magana.
And we'll see you on the next episode.
Woo!